Welcome back to Christian Kids Content Unpacked. Today we're dissecting a message on feeling overwhelmed. Using the back-to-school theme, the speaker starts by listing a child's normal schedule. Math, reading, science, recess, friends, all positive and manageable parts of life. This initial list is used not to validate the child's life, but to immediately prepare the ground for a manufactured crisis that only faith can solve.
All right, so does everybody go back to school this week? Raise your hand if you go back to school, yeah? Yeah, okay. So I want you to tell me some of the things you do in school. Yes?
I do is learn science and learn like outer space and see how is the
Science?
sun so hot.
That's right.
The sun.
Awesome, thank you. Science and outer space, yeah.
I learn about how people desire how they love Jesus.
Learn about Jesus. Awesome, I love it. Yes, ma'am. Math, all right. What else? What about reading? You have to do reading. And what else? Yes.
Recess.
Recess, yes. Lunch, yes. Okay. What about sports? Do y'all play sports during school or the school year? Maybe after school, do you do sports? Yeah. What about friends? Do you spend time with friends at school? Yes. Okay. What about family? Do you have time with family?
Yes.
Even though you're at school, you get time with family later? Yeah. So, you know, when school starts, we usually have extra things going on, right? Maybe we have family time, we have school time, we have homework, we have sports, we have friends. Sometimes we have a lot to do, right? Yeah. So I want you to kind of think about that, and I also ask you another question. Have you ever played Keepy Uppy?
Yes.
Yeah? All right, let's try to do it with this one balloon, all right? Just for a second. Try to keep it up. Uh-oh. Okay. Keep going. Okay. All right, so let's do it with two. Ready? Okay. Okay. So let's pretend that's math. That's English. This is science. This is reading. This is recess. This is homework. And then we have after-school practice.
The message takes the normal, structured components of a child's life, school, homework, friends, and visually equates them to an impossible juggling act. Keepy Uppy with too many balloons. This manufactures a sense of stress and impending failure. Common sense teaches that a child's daily schedule is managed through planning, prioritization, and time management, not by attempting to juggle all tasks simultaneously like an impossible circus act. This utilizes catastrophizing, presenting a normal, manageable situation as an overwhelming, insurmountable crisis. The goal is to induce a state of anxiety that the spiritual solution can then relieve. Islamic scholars often teach reliance on God, tawakkul, only after all human effort has been exhausted, e.g. tying the camel. This contrasts sharply with the sermon's implication that the effort itself is impossible without divine aid. This is a problem because it exploits a child's inherent anxiety about competence, teaching them that their normal daily responsibilities are inherently overwhelming and impossible to manage independently. Ask yourself, is the message teaching time management or manufacturing a feeling of helplessness?
Okay, that's a lot, right? All right. Everybody put the balloons up. Put it back in. Thank you. All right, that was so fun. Oh my gosh, y'all are so fun. All right, let's put it in here. Good job. All right, so think about that for a minute. What if you had to do all of those things and keep all of those balloons up in the air all by yourself? So math, science, reading, friends, sports, homework. That's a lot, right? Yeah. It's a little bit overwhelming, right? Do you ever feel overwhelmed?
The message explicitly links the manufactured crisis to the child's self-efficacy, framing the inability to handle the impossible juggling act as equivalent to a normal human feeling of being overwhelmed. Common sense teaches that being overwhelmed is a temporary emotional state that can be addressed by breaking tasks down and asking for practical help, not by concluding that all tasks are fundamentally unmanageable by yourself. This creates external locus of control. By framing the child's normal responsibilities as a burden only manageable by an outside power, God, the message stunts the development of internal self-reliance and confidence. The concept of Yetzer Hatov, the good inclination, and Yetzer Hara, the inclination towards self-interest, posits that the human self possesses the innate ability to choose ethical action and manage complexity without immediate external intervention. This is a problem because it tells children their feelings of stress are proof that they are insufficient and incapable of handling their own lives without divine or institutional intervention. Ask yourself, is the message promoting internal resilience or demanding passive dependence?
Yeah, I do sometimes. Yeah. So school sometimes can make us feel overwhelmed. Friends sometimes can make us feel overwhelmed. Maybe we are overwhelmed that we don't have enough friends, or maybe we have friends that are not being kind. That can make us feel overwhelmed. Maybe we're having stress with our homework. Homework can make us feel overwhelmed, right? So do you know that the Bible talks about those feelings? In Matthew chapter 11, verse 28, Jesus says, "Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn from me."
The solution is presented as Jesus offering rest by taking his easy yoke. The yoke, an instrument of forced labour, is rhetorically reframed as a comfortable escape from the burdens of their normal life. Common sense teaches that a yoke is a harness used to bind two animals together to share labour, not a magical instrument of rest. The choice is substituting self-direction for enslavement to an external master. This uses coercive relief by offering an immediate rest, relief from the anxiety just manufactured, in exchange for the child accepting the yoke, a symbol of permanent submission. The message leverages fear to enforce compliance. While the yoke passage is used to contrast rabbinical law, its ultimate meaning is still submission to discipline. The message misleadingly frames this demanding discipline as a simple, comfortable vacation from effort. This is a problem because it sells submission to a lifelong religious discipline as a guaranteed, anxiety-free alternative to the hard work of managing personal responsibility. Ask yourself, is the message offering practical help or a coercive trade of freedom for perceived security?
"For I am gentle and humble in heart, and you will find rest for your souls. For my yoke is easy and my burden is light." So Jesus knows that we're humans. We can feel overwhelmed sometimes. But he says that he is going to help us carry our burdens. But we have to let him. We have to reach out to him and we have to say, "Jesus, please help me with this. This is too hard for me. I can't do this by myself." And you know what? He puts people in our lives to help us carry our burdens. People like our parents, like our Sunday school teachers, like people in this church, people in this room want to help you and me. They want to help us. And most of all, he wants to be the one that we lean on and we turn to when we're feeling overwhelmed like that.
The spiritual solution is immediately translated into a social one. God puts the church community, Sunday school teachers, people in this room, in their lives to help carry the burdens. The institutional structure is now defined as a necessity for coping. Common sense teaches that turning to parents or teachers for help is normal, healthy behaviour, but the sermon elevates this social network to a supernatural, God-mandated necessity, tying all social support to the church. This fosters institutional dependence. By framing the church community as the primary, God-given mechanism for handling personal stress, the message ensures the child must maintain affiliation to access vital social support. This approach subtly isolates the child, implying that effective support is only found within the in-group, reducing the child's ability to seek or trust help from external secular sources. This is a problem because it conditions the child to believe that their personal well-being and their ability to cope with stress are contingent upon continuous loyalty to the religious institution. Ask yourself, is the message teaching healthy coping or mandating institutional loyalty?
Can y'all remember that? Okay, let's pray.
The school balloons message is a calculated exercise in institutional dependency. By manufacturing a crisis out of a normal school schedule and leveraging the coercive relief of Jesus' yoke, the sermon effectively stunts the child's self-efficacy, teaching them that their only path to rest and security is through unquestioning submission to the religious community. If you're unpacking the critical thinking in children's sermons, hit the subscribe button. Thanks for watching.